Well, I've had a call from Kay. She requires me urgently at home for a little issue, but I left this morning from Fortescue Roadhouse at 6:10. In the first hour I've averaged 95 kilometres and I'm attempting to make Geraldton today, which is 999 kilometres. Currently I am 405 kilometres outside of Carnarvon, and from Carnarvon it's I think about another 500, 400 or something, and 87. Anyway, we'll see how we can go. I'm attempting to get back to Albany in 2 days, and I think it's doable. If I leave, as I did this morning at 6:10, drive right through until the late afternoon and take frequent little breaks. Got my water and stuff, so should be right. That caravan comes from Albany, sold by Cameron Caravans. And we may as well take in the view while we're up here, because it might be a while before we get back up here. Nanutarra is 30 k's, that's the roadhouse, and I'm going to top up with fuel there, because if I'm going faster I'm actually using up a lot more fuel, because I'm sitting here at about 3,000 revs and I'm sitting on 120 nominal. It's 110 real speed, just in case the police are listening. Nice colours in the shadows, early morning, 7:45. Oh, look at that out there. Beautiful. Such colours. I hope you're doing them justice, GoPro. So we could go across that way to Carajini and then down the other way, but this way is actually quicker for me because it's all highway. That's through to Binnu, top price. But if I continue on this road, I had a total of 1,897 kilometres between Fortescue Roadhouse and Albany home. This is Nanutarra. It's all ampole up here. I'll top up my tank, I think. Barista coffee sounds good to me too. Where be the diesels? Diesels is here. Look at that. Well, that was Nanutarra Roadhouse, and they are so helpful in there. The girl even filled my thermos up with hot water, which I didn't do this morning. Very cheerful people, lovely. So nice to find that in these outback road houses. And that's the Ashburton River we're just crossing. So now we're back on the road, and it's 1655 to Albany according to their little signpost there. So from here, Carnarvon is 366, and it's only 8:15. That's way doable. I can get, well, Carnarvon, then I'm on to Geraldton. Direct camper trailer, I think. Yeah. Okay, here we go. We're going past. Thank you. AdventureCampers.com. Forbes 15. Yay! Thanks, pal. This hill in front of us, there's a big black opening there. Looks like a big cave. Look at that. Is it? Or is it something just painted on? I'm not sure. Could be a cave. It is a cave. Over Cave Creek. Can I pick it? Look at that. It's a cave. And I can't stop and explore. Oh dear. Here's another mesa type hill. There's a better look at it closer. Another 24-hour rest stop up here. I'm not going to go in, but I noticed the previous one, there was one on one of the rivers, and it was absolutely chock-a-block full of campers. That one only has a few, but then it's coming up for 9 o'clock. Oh, that's a big one too, that one. I don't know what it's called, but we're about ready to cross over a river or a creek. We can see, we'll see if we can pinpoint it. No, the sign's gone off. Let's see if I can read it backwards. No, can't get it. There's some clown trying to pass me on the bridge. That's alright, pal, I got your number. Purposes, it's about 74 k's south of Nanutarra Roadhouse, that rest stop. I give you all these references because for those of you poor people in, say, Victoria and New South Wales and even Queensland who may be locked up due to COVID, as soon as the restrictions are lifted, you may want to come over here to WA and have a break if Mr. McGowan lets you. So the references to these campsites, hopefully I'll be able to remember and put them on the video. And we shouldn't forget little Tasmania, because I don't know how Tasmania's going with this COVID thing. So I have seen a few Tasmanians travelling over here. So there you go. All come to WA. It's wonderful. According to Garmin GPS, I should arrive at 11:50 into Carnarvon. So that's 3 hours, yeah. So it's going to be 6 hours to Carnarvon, and I think it was actually total of 527 to Carnarvon. And from there it should be at least another 400 and maybe 50 to Geraldton. So anyway, I will keep you updated. I just saw somebody on the roof of a thing, a lady with her bum in the air. I don't know what she was doing up there. It all happens out here. You've really got to keep your eyes peeled. There's things going on all the time when you come past these passing places and you think, what was that? the sights. Incredible. And I've just entered this particular stretch of road, and apparently it's a 15-kilometre passing passing lane. 15 k's. Woohoo! I bet it's not. Does this say left lane? Yeah, look at that. They kid you on. Left lane ends. They told me it was 15 kilometres. Well, we've now entered the Gascoyne region. We've left, obviously, the Ashburton region. And to greet us, there's a long drop dunny and a shelter. Oh, and they're pumping out the dump tanks. Yuck. Too much detail. Told you, you get it all on this video. Now we're coming up to a sign here. I'll keep it running. Let's have a look and see what it says. Where are we? Coral Bays, unfortunately, and Exmouth National Parks, Burkett Road. Unfortunately, because my darling Kay wants me back in Albany ASAP, we're not going there this time. Maybe we'll save that for another time. Coral Bay and Exmouth. Beautiful. Great if you're a fisher person. There's that nice purple tinge along the road from the Nulla. Just going to pull in here and get a bottle of water out of my fridge. And maybe throw some rubbish into the bins. Look at all that. Nulla. Mala. Make your mind up. I don't know. Mala. Well, I just had an early lunch because I bought a sandwich, a roast beef and salad sandwich at Nanutarra, and as I went to pick up the packet, it all fell out. So I thought, well, I may as well just eat it now. So I have, at 20 minutes to 10, I've had lunch. It feels like I've been going for all day anyway, so let's press on. Here we go. Just past the Tropic of Capricorn again. So I can't remember what line of latitude the Tropic of Capricorn is. I think it is the 26th or something, but whatever. We just passed it, and this is what it looks like. Pretty flat country now between Nanutarra and Carnarvon. I'm about 200 k's from Carnarvon now, and it's 10 o'clock. So in 10 minutes I'll have been on the road for 4 hours. I still haven't made Carnarvon. Wow, okay. 6 hours to Carnarvon, I believe. So I'm driving along today. I'm sort of reflecting on my reaction to Millstream Chichester National Park, and I'm actually quite surprised at myself in a sense, because I really have some very fond memories. That was one of the most magical little places I think both Kay and I had ever been to, and we went there a couple of times over the years. And when I got there yesterday, I was actually shocked at the transformation, and actually the place where it used to be have the campsites was actually miles or kilometres away from where they are now. And when I spoke to the camp host, he said, oh yeah, it was due to virtually over tourism, too many people camping alongside the Billabong, and the banks were beginning to erode, plus it was a very small campsite. So this is one of the things that, you know, with the advent of all of these people now travelling around the country, which has actually been exacerbated by COVID, there is going to be this problem of over-tourism, and all these people clamouring to get into these magical places, and I'm contributing to that. Don't get me wrong, I'm showing you all these places, but I've been there, done that, and probably my travelling days are coming to an end. But the point was, I was so disappointed. I've sort of tried to always make a rule for myself that never ever go back. When you have something, when you found something very, very special in a place, keep those memories. And I found that was my reaction yesterday to Millstream Chichester. I don't ever want to go back there because it's actually spoiled those little memories I have. And so I don't know whether other people feel sort of things like that, but I get, you know, you become a little bit attached to some of these places in your mind, that you have these wonderful memories of times gone by when you were younger. And if you go now and they've changed it radically, you just lose all your sense of what you were on about. It's almost like somebody's stolen something from you. So that's I'm contemplating that, and I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know, that really sort of, it disappointed me in a way. I was glad to have a look, and I'll be interested to see the video that I took, but at the same time, it's sort of taken away those magical memories I had of many, many years ago, whereas other places haven't done that to me. So I just wonder why. And I probably should point out that when that happened, when I left, I thought, I've now had enough, I'm going home. I had these plans that I would probably go down through the Ashburton Downs way down to Mount Augustus on this trip, and pick up the road through from Tom Price to Augustus, and from then down to Meekatharra and across to home. And that was before I got the call from Kay, who said that she urgently needs me back home. And I agreed. I said, yeah, babe. I said, I just sort of had said to myself, I'm going home now, that's it. So whether there is a correlation, because Kay and I have a very, very deep relationship with each other, and we are very intuitive of other things. And I had sort of said, no, I've had enough now, I'm coming home. And she had been trying to contact me throughout the whole day with a long string of messages that I didn't get until I got into telephone range. So that's one of the reasons that I'm going. But it's funny how things transpire, and I had actually made my mind up that I was coming home as quickly as possible when I get the stream of text messages. So that's why I'm on this trip and trying to really push it right now. Another 24-hour stopping place is coming up on the right hand side. Once again, I don't know what this one is, but we're 189 k's north of Carnarvon on the Lyndon River. The Lyndon River. So maybe it's called that. There's not much water in the Lyndon River. Yes, there's the off to that. Yeah, I missed it, but it's off to the right hand side. There's the sign. There were no people in there at the moment, obviously, because it's the middle of the morning, and they've all gone. Coming up here is the turn off to Exmouth. This is the Manilya Exmouth Road. Coralbane 91 Exmouth 217. I was contemplating going across to Exmouth and Coralbane, but obviously we won't be doing that this trip. And here is the turn off itself. The Manilya Roadhouse is probably about 8 k's, I think, now. There we go. Oh, look at that. That'd be well lit up at night with all those solar panels and the lights. So we're coming up to Manilya now, which is on the right. And on the left, lie, the Caravan rest area is off on the right. That's the roadhouse over to the left, with the lineup of caravans getting fuel. I no, that's an old one there. Oh, crikey, I don't know what's going on here. And this is the Manilya River we're about to cross. No water. Okay, oh no, there's the rest. Well, that's a weird thing. There's a rest stop at Manilya, and the roadhouse has a caravan park apparently. I don't know. This is crazy. Crazy. And on the left, the caravan rest area is off on the right. That's the roadhouse over to the left, with the lineup of caravans getting fuel. Oh no, that's an old one there. Oh, crikey, I don't know what's going on here. And this is the Manilya River we're about to cross. No water. Okay, oh no, there's the rest. Well, that's a weird thing. There's a rest stop at Manilya, and the roadhouse has a caravan park apparently. I don't know. This is crazy. Crazy. Slightly different scenery now, coming down 115 k's from Carnarvon. It's gone into this sort of scrubby bushland now, and the colour of the dirt has changed. It's got significantly lighter from the red. Before I left Fortescue Roadhouse this morning, I pumped up my tyres because I realised when I'd come off that Panawanica road yesterday, my tyres were down at 26, 27 and about 30 on the back or something, and I sort of woke up in the middle of the night thinking, oh, I better, I'd already done about 40 k's up to Fortescue Roadhouse on those fairly low tyre pressures, and fortunately when I packed up everything this morning and went round the front of the roadhouse, there was the air pump was still going, so I thought, oh beauty, and I pumped up my tyres. So they, at cold they were 26 and about 30, so I put them all up to about 35, which there is no real consensus of opinion on what is the correct tyre pressure for driving. And you know, each car and each vehicle is supposed to have a plate. Mine doesn't. I don't know where it is. But when you buy new tyres, they pump them up automatically to 40, which I think is way too high. Mainly because that gives you a very rough ride, even on bitumen. And so I've just sort of elected to put mine down to, I think, about 32 on the front and about 34 or 35 on the back is what I actually went for, and it seems to be working fine. The only reason for that is I realised, or I read, that having the higher tyre pressures on the highway results in your tyre running cooler than, I'm just waving at an oversized vehicle who's about to pass. You'll see him come this way. But anyway, that's the theory, is that your tyres will run a little bit cooler than normal, or on the highway, if you understand what I mean. I just had a very brief rest stop to stretch my legs and stretch my back a bit. I'm 102 out of Carnarvon, and there's no service here, but I've sent a text to Kane and tell her where I am, and no doubt it'll send when I get in telephone range, whenever that might be. It won't be that far from Carnarvon, I wouldn't think. Over there is another, it's not a 24-hour, well it doesn't appear to be, it's called Yalabia. Yalabia. And that's 90 k's north of Carnarvon. Now that name may conjure up a few comments. Yalabia. Anyway, that's what it's called. Don't blame me. Well, here's my first bout of roadworks. This stretch. Slow down to 60. Are we going to prepare to stop? Yep, we are. There's a man there with a lollipop. It's also a very big crane. Oh, look at that one. Action happening with the crane. Oh, she's a heavy lift. What is it? It's a big cable reel. Oh. What's that, the NBN? You're putting more cable in? Good, we'll get better broadband. We think. Oh, here'll be a sign. Too many things to read at the speed I'm going. Oh, it's all off to the side anyway. Quabba 58, Carnarvon 59 or something anyway. Right, we're not going there anyway. We're going straight into Carnarvon. Banana capital of WA, probably the equivalent to Coffs Harbour. With bananas. Well, I can see lots of banana trees off to the left of me. And there's a big produce shed I've just passed. This is the horticultural centre of what we might term the Midwest. Midwest? Coastal West? I don't know. There's the big sign, Carnarvon. The banana capital. Now, my priority is a fuel station, and then I'm out of town, because unfortunately we're not stopping. There's the Carnarvon River. We'll pass over the bridge in both directions, forwards and backwards. Pass over the bridge in both directions, forwards and backwards. I'll turn off the front one, and now I'll turn off the back one. I'll turn off the front one. It's certainly not like Coffs Harbour in the sense that Coffs Harbour is hilly, and this is as flat as a tack, as they say. Now we're still 10 k's from Carnarvon itself. Woo. If I wanted to go to Mount Augustus, I would turn off here and go towards Gascoyne Junction, Mount Augustus. But having been there once, we won't go there again this trip. Thing flashing in the distance, that must be something to do with perhaps the airport. There seems to be a big radar dome up here somewhere. Lots of radar domes. Didn't Carnarvon have something to do with the space program at some stage? Carnarvon rings a bell. The dish or something? Was that Carnarvon? I can't remember. I'm getting too old for to keep all that knowledge in my head. Anyway, there's a lot of radar domes off to the left there. Here's a BP fuel service station, and I'm going for it. Oh shit, what's that one? Okay, so where's the diesel? Over here. Light vehicles only. And there would be diesel there, I think. Yep. Yeah, don't tell me. What's the notice on the pump? Do not move your vehicle till fuel has been paid for. Of course not. I'm not going to do that. Okay, let's do the sums. Okay, well, we're fueled up at the BP. I'm fueled up a little bit and had a nice big bottle of water to beside me now. And I'm still 6 k's outside of bloody Carnarvon. What? And I just spoke to Kay, so she's resting now. And we are out of here, we hope. GPS just says keep going, keep going. Geraldton, number 1 there, off to the left. Yes, that's what we want. Oh, I remember this place. This is the Northwest Coastal Highway. We're still on it. Look at all the service stations. They love sticking them on a junction, don't they? Yoo-hoo! Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. We've got 474 k's. Oh, Jesus. That's almost the same, so that's about a good 6 hours. Ooh, unless we can make better time. It's a funny place. The town centre was 6 k's off this road. So obviously we've just bypassed it. We've come through the horticultural area and the fuel area. And now we're heading down the coast again. Oh, there's something just splattered on the windscreen. I hope you caught that. So 474, 468 now as it is. That's almost the equivalent of driving from Albany to Perth. So, you know, we do that in about 5 hours or so. So let's see what I can do on this. Provided I don't meet roadworks and lots of traffic, probably by late afternoon we'll be where we need to be. I think this is another one of these crazy people that likes to ride bikes along the highway. Yep, good on ya. Hey! Oh, that'd be hot work. Oh, that's a big boot. SES. They look like such tiny wheels for such a big boat. Well, this must be the sleepy little hamlet of Wurramel. Or is it? I know it's coming up. Oh yes. Must be a roadhouse. Yes, it's a roadhouse. Whoa, that's fancy. Whoa. Don't you dare. Don't you bloody dare. This hill in front of me looks like it's just come out of the oven. It reminds me of a currant bun. I must be hallucinating. I've been out here in the heat too long. Just as lucky I'm going home. See, there's another one. I could just imagine that thing sliced down the middle with some butter on it and a cup of tea. What a weird. I keep missing these very important signs. Like that was the 26th parallel. So the Tropic of Capricorn is not the 26th, which was my idea it was earlier in the piece, but we've just passed the 26th parallel. So I'll have to find out what the Tropic of Capricorn is. It's probably 28th or something, 27th, who knows. what they remind me of, rock cakes. They're made of rocks. I've just passed the 300 to go to Geraldton, 300 kilometres of the 474, and time is now 2 o'clock. So let's say 3 hours, that'll be 5 o'clock. We're sort of averaging, I'm currently doing 111 kilometres per hour. That's real speed. And the speedo says I'm doing 120, but that lies, because it's 10 k's out at least. So this turn coming up here is to the right, is off to Denham and then Monkey Mire, where the dolphins get fed. 155 across there to Monkey Mire, 130 to Denham when we get to this intersection coming up here. As you can see, it's got big lights and things. There's a caravan parked. He's trying to decide whether he wants to go there or not. Maybe he's been and he doesn't now, he's lost. I don't know. Blocking the sign. Denham Shark Bay. Yay. Oh, look at that. Shark Bay World Heritage Area. Whoa, we've got it all. And this is the Overlander stop, but I'm not stopping. I don't need fuel, I'm going out. And we're down in this area. It's not just Nulla or Malla. We've got the wildflowers out, and I'm seeing at the sides of the road and further in some nice little reds, and there's these yellowy ones, greeny things here at the side, and very nice, very pretty. Of course, WA is renowned for its wildflowers and in the season, and they do tours. So I'm doing my own private tour of the wildflowers as I drive down the highway. To the left. No, you missed them. Sorry. Reds, more reds. More reds. Where's the yellows now? We need yellow. There's purple and there's greeny sort of. There's a little bit of red to the left. Keep looking left, because the camera's angled. Are you picking them up? Can you see them? The red, some of the wildflowers. They could be weeds, but I think they're wildflowers. They're different colours. They look pretty. We'll look a little bit out the back and see if we can see some of those nice colours. No, I think the sun's probably in the wrong spot now. Low. You can see them over there. If you look closely. There's a bit of yellowish looking colours. Purple. Anyway, now we're looking from both sides. The front camera's looking to the left, and the rear one's looking to the right at the same time. There's reds on one side and there's purples on the other, and yellow. They're everywhere. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Okay, camera's off. Now we're looking from both sides. The front camera's looking to the left, and the rear one's looking to the right at the same time. There's reds on one side and there's purples on the other, and yellow. They're everywhere. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Okay, camera's off. This looks a bit dicey. Have a look at this. A truck passing caravans and such. Oof. See what I mean about caravans? From that roadhouse, so I think I need a bit of a break. Just for 5 minutes will do. Oh, and it's still hot out here. Okay, turn you off. all those people that just passed, I've got to go past them again. It's hot out there. Hot, hot, hot. Normally around about this time I'd sort of start thinking about, it's time to make a, camp or whatever. And because starting early in the morning is the best time to travel, and it's cooler, of course. And this time of the year, this time of the day, it takes a toll on the car too. I'm looking at the temperature gauge, and it's just very, very slightly higher than it normally sits in the mornings, and that's attributable to the day, and it's so hot outside. But I'd be normally looking for a camp spot or have one planned by sort of 3 o'clock. But not today. Today we're pressing on regardless. Apparently this is the Billabong Roadhouse coming up. We'll get it as we come to it, and we'll get it as we go by it. Not that we're going to buy it, as we go past it. Most of these roadhouses are all the same, I think. Oh, that's a big one. Here we go, we've got to slow down now. I'm going to put this rear-facing camera on. Choices, terrific. And then they have a petrol station, a Shell. Look at that. Now, Northampton or something, 180, is that right? No. Let me look at the sign. There's a sign coming in. Turn the back. That's the 200 to go mark just reached, so we're dropping down now at 199, and it's about 4 minutes past 3, so we're actually averaging basically our 100 kilometres per hour. And that's taking me, also that little coffee break that I had. So we're making really good time, and I should be getting into Geraldton at 5 o'clock. Then I'm going to have to decide if I want to stay in Geraldton, or whether there is a campsite a little bit further on, but not within many more than, say, half an hour of Geraldton. The reason for that, of course, is the further I get today, the less distance I have to travel tomorrow, and the earlier that I get home. That's what I'm looking at, is how early can I get home tomorrow. Sure is beautiful country here with these the wildflowers coming out. What do they stop for? Bit of a conflap. Yeah, these the little bushes and things that you see off to the sides as well. When they blow in the wind, they've got this little silvery sheen. There's lots of pretty colours coming out now, and I see these big spiky things. They're blowing in the wind, but they've got yellow tips on them. I just hope this GoPro is actually showing some of these colours. I passed some red flowering. There's one there on the side, and they are beautiful. Gee, the colours that you see. It's actually like driving through somebody's garden. There's red on the right-hand side, see? Oh, you got to look quick. And I'm not slowing down, so keep your eyes peeled. But I'm going to turn the thing off in a tick, because I know you all get bored with too many shots of road. Look at this bright green and yellowy thing. Oh, look at that. Oh, I just wish you could all be here with me. It's so good. As soon as I turn the camera on again, of course the reds disappear. I just came through a whole heap of them. Red. And now they're not there. There's one. Spot the red flowering thing. They're everywhere. I better watch. I gotta watch what I'm doing. Driving. Sorry, the pink's off to the side. Pink there and then yellow. More pink coming up. Show me more pink. Oh, here it comes. Off to the left. Pinky display. Beautiful. Look at that. And whitish pinkish. Well, we definitely left the Kimberley and the Pilbara behind with all that red dirt and brown iron ore, because now we're into the farmland. Green as far as the eye can see. Paddocks, pasture. Where be the animals? This could be cropping country. Here's yet another 24-hour stopping place coming up. I hope they have some on the other side of Geraldton, tucked in behind the bushes. That'd be good. It's not very good. There's no facilities that I can see. It's just a park. I tell a lie, it was on the Murchison Galena River Bridge, and it was tucked away down off to the left, and there were stacks of caravans in there, and it looked nice too because it was on the river. Murchison Galena Bridge. Well, I've got to hand it to the beast. There we are. It's 100 k's to go to Geraldton, and it's 4 o'clock. So we've maintained that 100 km/h average. That's pretty damn good. Well done, beast. Well done. I'm beginning to like you. I am. I'm liking you a lot, beast. You're almost up there on a par with Bob, the Land Rover. Well, there's a little different vista laid out before us. Look at that. Totally different countryside now after it's been tilled and sown with a crop. Looks like canola. We've just been told by the sign to slow down to 80 because we're coming through the little sleepy hamlet of Binnu. B-I-N-N-U. And I noticed that the Minoo River was back there. The Minoo, that's the M-I-N-O-O River. So the Minoo flows through Binnu. Work that one out. O'Connor Street, there's fuel. We don't need fuel just yet. We'll wait until we get to Geraldton. Down there and there. Ah, now. It's just on the brow of a hill. And it was a beautiful view at this time of the night. Well, it's not night, it's only 4:30. It was lovely. Ah, there. So you can get it all green. Gorgeous. Rear camera off. Now, front camera off. It's not, we're 5 or 10 k's from Northampton. This is obviously sheep country because I see sheep on the other side. And I'll put the front view now. Have a quick look at that. Beautiful. Look at the farmland. All green. Gorgeous. Rear camera. This camera's getting a bit reluctant to turn itself on. It's probably because I'm overusing it. But look at that. Yeah. And there's Parker Road. Huh. Thought we were in Kentdale for a minute. Have a look at that. Beautiful. And did you see the galah fly across the screen? Picking everything out. We'll just wait a little minute till we get down to the bottom of the grey, and then I shall turn this off yet again. I'm sure you're all sick of scenery, but I'm not. I don't care. This is for me. Okay. And we just had another little bit of a look rearwards as we come down the bottom of the grey. Scottish word for hill or something. Ain't that nice? Looking into the sun. I just noticed the sign back there about the Northampton show, and the thing that got me was there's an event called the Airing of the Quilts. Not the flaring of the kilts, the airing of the quilts. Now that would be a sight to behold, the flaring of the kilts. Definitely it's time for me to go home. I'm having a ball to myself here. I've been out here too long. Maybe I've been out in the sun too long today. I haven't. I've been in the car. Maybe it's been too hot. So this is Northampton, and we're still on the Northwest Coastal Highway, and I'm looking for a petrol station. Well, if there's one turns up here on the main road, which I assume there is, I might get fuel. I have 38 k's to go to Geraldton. There's an IGA. This is a pretty little town. This is a pretty little place. Northampton. Oh yeah. I do recall being here many years ago. Iron Jack. Middle pub. Yeah, but I'm assuming I'm just following that line around the road here. Oh yeah, there's a service station. The Liberty. Yeah, I think we'll just go to Geraldton. I can get to Geraldton. Go that way to Horrocks and Calbarry if you wish. Oh, there's a caravan park down there to my left, and it's absolutely choppers. Pretty place. Northampton. Yeah. Pretty. Oh, excuse me. Isn't that nice? Not it. The buildings. Ah, Caltex. I think they're shut. They're shut. 24-hour car. This has become the norm. Plug your card into a machine. There's nobody there to help you anymore. Not that we need help. Okay, looks like we've done Northampton. Okay, well the sign back there said 50 to Geraldton. My two GPSs say it's 41, so I'll believe the GPSs now. Because they should be more up to date than their old crappy sign. Here we go. Oh, look at that. That's nice. It's always nice in this beautiful afternoon light. Look at that. I hope you can see it. Oh yeah, that's a different view, isn't it, from what we've been used to looking at. This is the Bowes River. Low battery. We're just rocking up to Geraldton, and it's right on 5 o'clock, so we're going into the roadhouse here, which is open 24 hours because I need fuel now, and I can phone Kay. I hope this is open. Crikey, it looks... oh no, 440 Chapman Road Roadhouse. God, there's a Liberty there and it's closed.